Hi guys, it's Laura. um, Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I did say that I wanted to come on here and make a video about several subjects. Um, but I had a rough couple of since the last time I talked to you. I've had some pretty tough experiences. I had an experience where I was laying in bed the one night, and a voice told me to to go to hell, which really scared me, and I didn't get to sleep for the rest of the night that night, and last night I had a nightmare. So it's been kind of okay. Um, uh, yeah, yeah. So I don't know, feeling kind of like I feel rested, but I don't know. But I don't know. So it's been an interesting couple of days. I did talk to my therapist and my doctor about what I've been experiencing, um, and they still haven't done anything with my meds. They haven't upped it. They haven't done anything with what I'm experiencing. So, which could be a reason, like before when I um, talked about some of the experiences that I had. Um, they upped my meds, and I was sleeping all day, so they probably want to avoid that situation again. So um, I'm because yeah, I don't know if anybody else out there has ever experienced this with um uh like antipsychotics and like medication that you're on for your mental health, but it's not supposed to cure you or make it go away, but it helps you deal with what your symptoms are. And I think I'm at a therapeutic level. It's just up to me to to basically find new ways to deal with it. And today I'm going to talk to you about uh, intrusive thoughts and what I do to combat my intrusive thoughts, because I have really bad intrusive thoughts. Lately, things like today's Thursday. Um, Monday it started Monday, but I don't. All of a sudden, like things just got really quiet, and I've heard a couple stray voices since then, but for the most part, it's been pretty quiet, and so I haven't. So things have been really good lately. I haven't had a lot of intrusive thoughts, and so thanks be to God, I haven't had any of those, because when it gets bad, it gets bad. And I want to talk to you about ways that I um, like what intrusive thoughts are, and how to combat them. Um, for me personally, um, in my experience, intrusive thoughts are thoughts that they're not your own thing. It's like somebody else is in your head thinking thoughts that are not your own, and like those intrusive thoughts, the reason why, like for me, when they call them intrusive thoughts, like it's almost like those thoughts like insert themselves into your head, and it's very forceful, and it's not gentle. It's not like a thought. It's like a very like aggressive type thought. That's been my experience with it. And I have thoughts of like uh I also want to talk to you about my intrusive thoughts. uh, in particular. But so my intrusive thoughts tend to be I can have intrusive thoughts about anything, but really, but um, most of my intrusive thoughts are religious based. So I try to combat those thoughts that I have with um, like with uh, thoughts that with my Bible. Basically, I take my Bible and I like take stock, and I take like an account with like what the subject is and what I'm like. For example, like I have intrusive thoughts that God is like gonna leave me. Um, and in the Bible it says, um, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So that's one thing that I looked up that you can look up in the Bible. And so what you want to do when you have an intrusive thought is in the Bible it says in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, uh, verse 5, it says, "We destroy arguments and every pretension raising itself against the knowledge of God, and take every thought captive in obedience to Christ, and we are ready to punish every disobedience once our obedience is complete." So in the Bible it says that we should take every thought and submit that thought to the will of God, because sometimes I have intrusive thoughts about like blasphemous thoughts about God, and I honestly can't remember what some of those thoughts are. And sometimes I have intrusive thoughts of like being accused of certain things. Like my last intrusive thought was like a couple days ago. I kept thinking about it, was that I cry to God to get my own way, and that like I basically like fake cry in front of God and to like get my own way, and that's not what like that's the what one of the voices accused me of doing. After they pushed me and pushed me and pushed me to cry, and then I cry, and then they accuse me of faking it. So like I deal with that. So uh so I can't remember what any of my intrusive thoughts are about, like blasphemous thoughts, but I do have a lot of I did go through a period of my life where I had really bad blasphemous thoughts about God. Um and that were not my own. And so you want to take like what my therapist um taught me in therapy was like you want to take a thought that you have and you want to reframe it. And what reframing is where you like like if you have an intrusive thought like I have like you're lazy, and if reframing that thought is thinking, well, no, I'm not lazy, I'm just going through a lot right now and I'm really tired, and like just being like um I don't know if I'm making any sense today, because I'm really like I had that nightmare last night, so it's kind of hard for me to make this video. So um and I know I can't keep putting it off, because I keep putting it off and more things start to happen. I just have to do it. And so like reframing is like like uh like like saying to yourself like you have this thought of like you're lazy, like you're really lazy. No, and reframing is like, no, I am really exhausted and I'm tired because I've had a lot of um, mental health problems lately. Um, I'm not lazy. I'm really proud of myself for getting up today. Like that is like reframing, if that makes any sense. Um, you can have a thought of um, one thought that I have like that really haunts me is that I'm going to hell. So I have a lot of intrusive thoughts about going to hell, and reframing that would be looking in my Bible and the Bible and looking up those verses that tell me that no, if you like confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus Christ is Lord, then you will be saved. All those who call upon the Lord's name will be saved. Um, though, like looking up Bible verses for that, that would be a form of reframing. Or like fighting it, like sometimes my intrusive thoughts like get so bad that it's like fighting against them or reframing them is like too much for me to handle, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. So sometimes I just ignore them. I say like a really quick prayer, like God forgive me of any thought that I have, because I'm not in my, and I believe that God recognize, like God knows, he knows everything, so he knows that we're trying. He knows that what we're thinking is not our fault. So if you have blasphemous thoughts, or if you have like really disgusting thoughts about God, or like thoughts about yourself, or um, you know that God understands what you're going through, and he is hurting with you in that situation, and there's nothing that none of it is your fault. So, but I always say a quick prayer, and I always say uh like God forgive me for the thoughts that I have today. I'm really trying, and like prayer like that, and I just sit back and ignore them for a while. But after you hold that thought captive to obedience in Christ, um, another thing that God tells us to do is is to think about beautiful things, and I know that's really hard. That's like easier said than done, especially if you're having intrusive thoughts. Um, because I have really bad, like, and then sometimes it feels like there's no way I could ever think positively. But you just take it as you can, and you know, um, so in the Bible it says, "Finally, brothers, where whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is gracious, if there is any excellent, if there is any excellence, and if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things." So, like, keep after you hold those thoughts captive and you reframe your thoughts, and sometimes when it gets really bad, I don't know if this is the right thing for me to do, but I talk back to the thought and I say, no, I'm not gonna, like um like I have really bad intrusive thoughts of like I sell my soul to Satan, or I sell their souls to Satan. Like, I have really bad intrusive thoughts. I had intrusive thoughts about that last night when I had the nightmare that I sell my soul to Satan. So, like, after you do that, like, I know it's really hard to think about, but when you're stuck in there, but um uh like just I pray, like I prayed last night, and then I talk back and I say, no, I'm not, I would never do that. I'm not selling my soul to Satan. And then I would go, and then I would like force myself to like think about things that are that are good and that are lovely and that are praiseworthy, and that uh um like those types of things. And and so that I hope this has been helpful. um yeah, like I know intrusive thoughts are really like, I for me personally, like I'm like I get scared sometimes that like God's gonna get hurt, or like that Satan's gonna take me seriously on some of the thoughts that I have, and like because some of them are horrible, or I'm gonna start thinking that way. But please understand that God knows what you're going through, and God loves you more than anything, and more than anything, He loves you. He created you. He sings over you. He loves you. So when you hurt and when you have intrusive thoughts, He hurts, and he know, like He thinks about you. And so like like don't blame yourself for your intrusive thoughts, and don't let it drag you down. um like don't let it that don't let it do that to you, because it can do that. And yeah, another form of like obsessive thinking, um because my intrusive thoughts tend to be more religious based, like I'm going to hell. I thoughts about Satan, that I've discussed before, um, or thoughts about demons. um, I have thoughts that like like I've already covered, like I'm going to hell. um, sell my soul to Satan. I sell their souls to Satan. I like um, there's no hope for me. Um, I'm really trying to remember blasphemous thoughts that I've had, but I honestly can't remember them, because whatever talks to me makes up the most vile things to talk about. And I can't even make up some of the stuff that it talks about. It's disgusting. But uh and so uh I have those types of thoughts, and I have thoughts where like I obsess over sin. And some of that is can be like if it starts becoming obsessive like it does for me, and I'm gonna have to talk to my doctor about this, is that I think I might have scrupulosity, which is where you obsess over religious, like themed, like moral or ethical issues within your religion. You constantly think that you're going to go to hell and you're going to get punished for, it's a form of OCD without compulsions. So yeah, I just figured that out um not too long ago, and I've been doing research on it. So I don't feel comfortable making a video about scrupulosity, but scrupulosity can be another upset. Like if you feel like your intrusive thoughts are becoming obsessive, that's and they're religious based like mine are, then you can look up scrupulosity, and that can help you. Saint Ignatius of Loyola, who founded the Jesuits, he had scrupulosity, and he would think about it a lot. And one of the things that he used to obsess over was stepping on crosses. Like anything that looked like a cross, he thought he was going to get punished for stepping on it. So it's that, like, it's that type of stuff. and it's exhausting and it's not fun. But this is another, I'm here to support you, and if you ever need anything, like, I'll pray for you if you pray for me. We can always pray for each other. And another thing that I do um with intrusive thoughts and anxiety and like scrupulosity is I'm wearing my rose quartz um today. But one stone that's really good that helps me with grounding is snowflake obsidian. That really helps me a lot. And labradorite helps me a lot too. But snowflake obsidian is my favorite. That stone really helps me ground, and helps with my anxiety a lot. And and that's, and another thing you can do is you can smudge to get rid of any negativity. Like, I came up here and I sprayed myself with my spray today, and I sprayed my altar. And you know so I might go downstairs and spray my bed, my where I sleep, um to make sure that there's no negative stuff there. And so that, you know the, those are some of the things that I do, and that I will do today. And yep, don't be afraid to reach out if you need me. And I'll pray for you if you pray. I'll pray for me, and like, and I'll pray for you. And prayers is so helpful for me personally, for mental health. It's so helpful. Um, yeah, I love to pray about stuff. And yep. So, all right. Well, I'll let you go. I want to make another video, something a little bit more fun and lighthearted. So I'm gonna come back on here and shoot another video. But I love you guys, and so yep. Bye.